Hi fans, thanks for clicking the Dreaded Rose report. Stan the man with the stopwatch hand said last night's WWE Raw Super Show had 28 minutes 12 seconds of in-ring action, down from the previous week. What I would like to put out to this Stan the man with the stopwatch hand is check out the on-field action at NFL games and get back with us on that. How much action is there? How much action during 3.5 hours there is? Anyway, they got a poor rating, like a 2.7 something, but NFL got some hellacious ratings. And according to multiple sources within WWE, Kevin Nash, did you hear me, is booked to appear Sunday night's Night of Champions pay-per-view in Buffalo, New York. Triple H fired Nash on Raw last week, and WWE website announced it later. Nash said on Twitter that the release was due to financial reasons. They couldn't come to a decision. So, as we noted before on the whole thing, was a part of the storyline, which I thought it was. No word yet whether Nash is going to be actually wrestling for WWE or just is booked to appear. And if he does, he'll probably try to scare somebody into where they'll get shook up and the other guy get the pinfall. Do you think it's going to be Triple H, or is he going to be on Punk's side? Let me know on that. I'll let you know more later. Anyway, WWE announced that the Raw brand is going to be returning to Japan Wednesday, November 30th, and Thursday, December 1st. Tickets go on sale the 24th of September. And proceeds from the show is going to be donated to the earthquake victims of the devastating earthquake earlier this year. Stars being advertised is going to be a big show. The Miz, Kelly Kelly, John Cena, and Alberto. Kevin Eck, former wrestling writer for the Baltimore Sun and new member of the WWE creative team, now has a column on WWE's website. It's called X Factor. ECH, X Factor. Billy Gunn praised Dolph Ziggler on Twitter, who has drawn comparisons to the former WWE superstar over the years. He said, "I think you're doing a great job," Gunn wrote to Ziggler. "Big fan of your work." And Ziggler replied, "Thanks a lot. Always was a big fan of yours." I think there's going to be a hookup. Anyway, WWE developmental wrestler Percy Watson. We've heard a lot from him, but he hasn't done too much anything. Anyway, he appeared tonight's episode of NXT Redemption as he partnered with Titus O'Neil in a tag team match against Derek Bateman and Tyson Kidd. NXT Season 2 contestant returned to WWE programming last week's episode of Raw Superstars as he and O'Neil lost to in a tag match with Hawkins and Rex. All right, there's some other matches for NXT, by the way. AJ taking on Maxine, Darren Young, and JTG versus Matt Striker and William Regal. Matches taped for tonight's Toronto, Ontario show for WWE Superstars is Ezekiel Jackson taking on Tyson Kidd, Brodus Clay taking on a local competitor. Why do they have that monster Brodus Clay always taking on local competitors? Whew. If I was a local competitor, I sure wouldn't show up. Maybe to get paid, I guess. As noted before, last night's WWE Raw Super Show did a 2.7 rating with an average of 3.8 million viewers. In comparison, 1 week of NFL football did a 10.2 rating against most of Raw, and the second game did a 8.2 against it was the last 40 minutes of Raw. Punk, he's going to be appearing at the MMA Hour with next week. And WWE Superstar is going to be on the show's he's going to be the show's 100th guest. Wellness suspension of senior referee Mike Chioda expires this Thursday, so he could be returning at this weekend's live event. That was a surprise, him getting caught up in that. Alicia Fox beat Tamina in a dark match before WWE Raw, rather SmackDown taping and NXT taping in Toronto. Some of the WWE crew had their flight delayed due to mechanical error at the airport in Detroit, Michigan. Don't like hearing none of that stuff. Jack Swagger noted that he's on his home, and he was in his home state of Oklahoma today and he's going to be inducted into the Perry, Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame later this week. His head just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. WWE Punk wrote on Twitter today that he got a flat tire and he had an altercation with a fan while trying to get the tire fixed. He wrote, "Tire fix, altercation with the ignorant fan while I was on the phone." Awesome. Learn some manners, y'all. What kind of altercation was going on, but some fans take things just way too serious. WWE's website posted a backstage video from Raw where the Bella Twins taunted Beth Phoenix for Kelly getting the upper hand on the Glamazon during last night's show. Beth ended up telling the Twins to back off and scared them up against the wall. I'd be there too. Chris Masters wrote the following on his Twitter. He just auditioned for an unnamed TV show. Why he didn't name it, I don't know. He says, "I went on my first TV audition in a long time. Don't know for sure if I got it, but I had a blast playing an evil king. Better than the queen part." The Connecticut Post, which I was looking so much forward to hearing this report here. Anyway, they reported Linda McMahon is going to be making her 2012 Senate campaign official next Tuesday. Sources close to Linda's can't believe that she may announce her running during the jobs-oriented speech at a manufacturing plant later this next week. Here we go with that again. Following tonight's SmackDown taping at the Air Canada Center up in Toronto, WWE held a ceremony honoring Edge. Seven-time WWE champion Trish Stratus kicked off the Edge Appreciation Night by introducing the Rated R Superstar. Photographs of Edge most memorable WWE moments aired on the big screen, including a video montage featuring comments from Cena, Bret Hart, CM Punk, Miz, Josh Matthews, Vicky Guerrero, Orton, and Jim Ross, among others. Edge broke down in tears while the video was aired. I think I will too, whenever I see it. Christian interrupted the festivities to say that he and Edge are close friends, closer than they ever have been, like brothers, and added it was a great way to show appreciation for Edge, to bring out the people closest to him. Edge's mom, Judy, appeared, as his trainer, Steve Hutchison, and Sweet Daddy Siki. Former WWE superstar Rhino, WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart, and the WWE locker room showed up. Edge spoke notably to Bret. Said, "Bret, you and Owen are the two I looked up the most to as Canadians." The ceremony concluded with a 5-second pose for the benefit of those with flash photography. Commenting on his recent release from WWE with Wrestling101.com, Chris Masters says he didn't receive the opportunity he feels he deserved. Said, "We did everything I can do." He said the masterpiece was also wondering why WWE opted to keep certain talent. He mentioned like JTG over him. All right, now just calm down. Justin Roberts, by the way, filled in for Tony Chimmel at tonight's SmackDown taping in Toronto, who missed the event. Chimmel also missed this past weekend's SmackDown tour, live tour, and Eden Styles handled the ring announcing duties there. Anyway, tonight's WWE SmackDown taping in Ontario. Don't tell nobody, but Sin Cara, formerly Hunico in WWE Developmental, lost to Daniel Bryan by DQ. Then he wouldn't quit beating on Bryan down in the corner. After the match, the original Sin Cara, formerly Mystico, made his return to WWE, confronted Sin Cara in the ring, and the two stared at each other, and that was it. I told you guys that was going to happen. As noted before, WWE is planning to do a Sin Cara versus Sin Cara feud, and it looks like we're going to be getting it. I told you guys. But anyway, I think it'd be a good match, those two. Them meet with each other. I guess that's about time for me to get off here. I got my remote, my new camera, got my remote. So I'm going to get the hell off of here. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I got to go.